welcome to our practice tonight. And oh, look at that. Winston's joining us. Like that, but not quite. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, thanks for saying hi. He knows me. Hello, Winston. Hello, buddy. So nice to see you. Come back, okay? Come back. Oh, no, kisses. I can't get kisses. She heard treat. He heard treat. He's so cute. I love him. He's like our mascot here. Yeah, so I thought we would start our series with strength. There's a lot happening around, and I too have felt depleted. I have felt struggling a little bit with, getting through stuff. And there's a saying that goes, you never know how strong you are until being strong is all you can be. And that really resonated with me because stuff happens. And as you know, we have plenty of muscles within our bodies, and finding them to control things within our bodies actually helps us be stronger off of our mats as well. And the muscle contraction, the strength in our muscles is so important in so many ways. First of all, it helps us with bone density. As we have more birthdays, we have less dense bones, which brings us into more fragile bones that can break more easily. It also helps with the integrity of our joints, because every joint is wrapped around with tendons and ligaments, but with primarily the muscles that help contract, extend. And so it helps us with joint integrity. It also helps us with balance. As we balance tonight, you'll see that some of the work that we do will require us to use our muscles to balance. And again, as we have more birthdays, what you'll find is that a lot of elderly people or people that are struggling with walking, they tend to shuffle. And that's because they don't have the muscle strength to take bigger strides. And if they don't have the muscle strength to take bigger strides, they have less balance. So they need to shuffle to keep their balance, when in reality, the bigger steps you take, the more balance you have, because you have a wider base. So it's another reason why we need to maintain and remember our strength in postures. So our practice today is going to be a strong posture. It's going to boost our energy. And then our Shavasana is going to really be about tapping into the muscles that we've worked. So be prepared to work, but you'll also have the option to treat yourself to repair and rest at the same time. So when is it right to show your strength, and when is it right to repair and restore? This is that practice. This is that yin and yang of those two practices. So we'll start by taking a comfortable seat. I'll ask you to take your eyes either down to the earth or just close them down, and just draw yourself to the intention of relaxing through a very strong muscle, the one in our mouth, our jaw. So release the tension, separate your teeth, and just enjoy kind of feeling that relaxation response to the forehead, to the eyes, to the cheeks, to your cheekbones, and even to the jaw. And find your entire head, and imagine the pedestal of your spine greeting your head and allowing the muscles around your neck to hold your head up in place, already drawing into the tapping of strength. Feel your rib cage supported by the muscles around the rib cage, the ones that call on your lower back up into the top of your pelvis, the ones that draw the heaviness of your thigh bones to the ground so that they too can relax. Let your next inhalation draw your shoulders up to your ears. Just allow them to float up, up, up. And then let your elbows follow. Let your hands follow. Let your fingers follow. And let your eyes float up to meet your fingers. Now here, we're already exercising the muscles in the shoulders by simply keeping them in place. Now lift your fingers a little higher, feel your arm bones coming away from the body, and then take the top of your arm bones, just where your arm meets your body, and draw them in. Here we go, using the back body. Take the fingers, reach them forward, still maintaining that connection into the shoulders, and see if they can come in a little further. Now we're drawing on the back body, the intentional pull of the scapular set, the muscles in the shoulders. Open the arms up, still keeping the shoulders really tense. And now extend. Feel the freedom that we give our joint in the shoulders. And then bring your hands down to the earth. You're just going to take them forward and feel your fingertips reach the earth. And then walk over to the right side. As you draw the left sitting bone to the ground, just bow your head in a little bit of reverence, welcoming your body to the mat. And then float to bed or center and reset here. And then float them all the way over to the left, drawing the right sitting bone to the ground. Let the head just rest and relax. And then come back to center again. And you're going to roll up onto your knees. Keep your toes together, but keep your knees apart. As you roll up to your knees, I want you just to feel your fingertips deep into the earth and slide your hips back, but drop your elbows to the ground. So hips are back, elbows to the ground, and you're feeling the whole presence of the earth around you. Push down into your fingertips, push down into your forearm, lift your tailbone so you feel a length through the spine from the crown of your head. Now draw your hips to your heels and come into a child's pose. Maybe stretch your arms out a little further. Engage the muscles in your fingers by pushing down into the pads of your fingers and feeling even the top of your hands engaged with that muscular contraction. Keeping the wrists off the ground, draw your body forward, and then just come into a modified plank. So here the knees are still wide, and we're just dropping the hips to look up, feeling the stretch in the front body, and then come back into child's pose. Okay, do that again. Go ahead and wave the body up and over, hands under the shoulders, drop the hips, look up, and then come back into child's pose. As we do this one more time, we're going to drag the hands under the shoulders. The knees are wide, so curl the toes under, lift them off the ground, and come into tabletop. In tabletop, I want you to kind of connect again to the earth, widen the fingers. Now, as we widen the fingers, what we do here is spread the muscle contraction throughout the entire hand. With the toes curled under, I want you to feel the stretch on the bottom of your feet. And then take the right foot and just swing it between the hands. Fingertips come to the ground. Back toe is curled under, and just move the body back and forth. So before we start to emphasize the muscle contraction, we want to make sure that the joints are feeling the love. So we kind of increase the synovial fluid between the ankle, the knee, the hip, even the knee and the back. Now, the next time your knee comes forward, I want you to hold it past the toes, walk up the leg, and pause here. So just kind of like a statement of lifting up. Feel that stretch in the back thigh. Now take that back arm and reach it up. Same hand that comes up. Enjoy a breath here. And then take the other arm up. Feel yourself lifted here. So you got to squeeze around so that you're not falling over. Even the shoulders are incorporated in this strong posture. Bring the body forward, contract through the torso, and then let the hands float to either side. Bring the knee over the toe, toe heel the foot out to the side, and then with that back toe curled under, I want you to lift up into a lunge, and then shimmy that back foot a little further back. We're just playing around with the strength of the legs just a little bit here. Push down into the big toe on the front foot, right into the balls of the back foot, and then drop that knee back to the ground. Okay, you should have felt the contraction quite deep into that front quad. From here, take that front foot, swing it back. Let's come back to tabletop. So nice to reset here again to the earth. And shift to the right and take the left foot forward now. fingertips to the ground. And here we go again, just going back and forth and feeling the gliding motion of the joints. Here we are to protect the joints, to encourage them to move freely with the protection of the strong muscles. The next time your knee is past your toe, keep it there, walk up the leg and pause. Feeling the stretch through the front leg. Let's take that back arm, reach up, extend through the entire body. You got the fascia drawing in. Maybe have both arms up and feel yourself kind of surrendering to the front body. Armpits are intact, shoulders are well within that muscular contraction. Now take the body forward, keep reaching, there's your core. Hands come to either side, bring the knee over the ankle, toe heel the foot out slightly with the back toe curled under. Now just lift the knee off the ground. Feel that beautiful stretch in the calf and the back leg, but keep pushing into the front leg. It's here you're pushing down like you're making a footprint with the entire foot. Feel your glute engage a little more when you do that. And now bend the back leg. You're looking for some ground force energy and step forward into your first forward fold. From here, let the head relax, let the shoulders relax. Enjoy the opening of your mouth so that the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth is heavy. Come up to the shins and pause here. Bend the knees and then just come up in a little sumo squat here. I'm gonna just focus on those quads here a little bit, a little more into the legs, squeezing through the legs. Just lift and lower. Okay, so like little sumo squats here, lift and lower, pushing into the feet to lift up through the legs. The next time you're down, stay there. Now, keeping that contraction, noticing how it feels to be supported all through the glutes, bring the hands to heart center, Uttanasana or chair pose. Okay, we're going to emphasize the strength in the legs. Push into the right foot, pick up the left heel. Now you really have to engage that left glute. Good, drop that foot. Push into the left foot, pick up the right heel. Start to feel that engagement in the left glute. Put the heel down. Exhale and fold forward. Just a little break here. Pick up the hips. Let yourself feel long in the back of the legs, and a welcome to the stretch in the front body. Okay, from here, bend the knees again, drop the hips. We're coming back into intense pose. Hands can be the heart. This is where the legs are starting to feel a little burn now. Arms can be up in full intense pose. Wherever you are, I want you to push into the feet to rise up. That is a connection into the muscles around the legs. And then bring your hands to heart center. Notice the heart beating here. And that's because we've been using the big muscles. They will match the work of the heart. Let's inhale here, reach up. As you exhale, come back into intense pose, still on the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Let the head hang. We're going to take that right foot back now, coming back into that lunge, but I want to make that a very strong lunge. Toe heel the left foot out. Put both thighs away from each other. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Option to come to low lunge. So that back knee can be on the ground. If you're in high lunge, I want you just to maintain the length of your spine, and then you're just going to walk up that leg. So now we're in high lunge. Rivet the rib cage back. Feel the stretch through the hip flexor, and now feel the strength. Right arm comes up, and then the left. This is a pretty powerful posture. Stay here for another breath. We're going to work with the upper body now. Make fists with the hands, and then slowly bring the elbows towards the spine and back. Inhale and lift. Exhale, bring them down and back. Little faster, 3 times. Inhale, exhale. Strong breath. One more. Hold here. Now extend the arms. So we're going to kick into the triceps here. You're going to take the body forward. This is strong. And then swing the hands to frame the foot. Beautiful. Bend the back leg and then step forward, forward, forward. Give yourself a little break here. Give yourself a little shift in the weight, side to side, whatever feels good and right. Let the head and shoulders hang. And we're going to go right into the other side. So bend the knees and send the left foot back. Once again, your option is to come in low lunge. I'm going to stay in low lunge to show you this variation. Walk up the legs, slide your rib cage back. You're going to feel that back hip, and then inhale the arms up, up, up. Whether you're in high lunge or low lunge, make sure you're pushing down into that front foot to kind of make that footprint in your mat. Okay, slowly bring the elbows down and back, and then inhale up. Slowly bring them down and back. Inhale them up. We're going for growth. Ready? Really fast. Exhale. 2 more times. Fists of fire. 1 more time. Hold it back here. Now extend the arms. There's your triceps kicking in. Take the heart forward. Swing the hands to frame the foot. If you're on your back knee, pick it up. If you're not, bend it regardless, and then step forward back into your forward fold. So the legs, give them a little consideration here. Imagine the muscles of your feet engage. So lift and separate your toes. Okay, you'll see the tops of your feet engaging here. And then just put the toes on the ground, but keeping that grip. The arch of the foot sends energy and, of course, muscle contraction to the entire foot. We'll need this with balance later. Bend the knees, root to rise as you come up into tall Tadasana, and then bring your hands to heart center. Allow the breath to catch up with you. Allow the breath to simmer down. Even in strength, there's the moments in which we cultivate calmness, restore, repair. Inhale and lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Coming back to this. So with the knees bent, I want you to take that right foot, slide it back. Now, as you look forward, I'd like you to take the back foot and drop the heel. Coming into warrior 1 legs, putting a lot of emphasis on the big toe on the front foot and the baby toe on the back foot. Now, push and pull away your thigh bones. Come up, 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 up. And here we go, warrior 1 legs. Back foot is on the slant, so maybe just a little wider, Deb. And then this back hip's not going to come forward. It can't, because the way our our skeletal system is built. And that's okay. Just bring the hands to the hips, drop a little deeper into the leg by pushing into that back foot. And now take the right arm up and then the left. Here we go, warrior 1. Stay here for a full breath. We're going to practice strength here. Feel that inner spiral of the front leg, the outer spiral of the back leg, and then draw your body forward. Come back to the core of the matter. Okay, left hand now on the top of the left thigh. And now I'm going to open up into a beautiful side angle lunge. And as your arm is reaching overhead, know that the arm is with you in strength. Take the hand, draw it all the way down, find the full range of motion of that shoulder through the muscle contraction, come back up. 1 more time, all the way around, through muscle contraction, squeeze and lift it up. Take the arm back down again and pause. And this is where you might want to use a block. Okay, I like to do that, to just lift the ground. Now you're going to pick up the right heel and square the hips up again. And you're going to take the left hand, bring it either onto your knee or lift it up into a twisted lunge. Draw breath in here. Exhale. Let the hand float back down. Bend the back knee and step forward, back into your forward fold. Give your body a moment to feel the difference between contraction and expansion. Inhale. Exhale. Push into the feet, bend the knees. Push into the feet, root to rise, come all the way back up, tall mountain. And then draw your hands to heart center. Feel the rush of energy throughout your body. Okay, we are really working that contraction with the muscles. We're being so mindful of it that it sends these energy bursts throughout the body. That's natural, normal. Sit the hips back again, intense pose. And then sink a little lower and then reach down. We're going to the other side. Take the right foot back. Oh, sorry, the left foot. Yep, toe heel the right foot out and then drop the left heel onto the ground. Big toe on the right foot, really push down. Make that imprint with the foot. Push down into the back pinky toe. Feel that muscle contraction move up through the inner thigh into the glute. And now we rise up. We're just taking the hands to the hips just to float here. Okay, so that back knee might feel a little funky. You can lift that back heel a little bit to repair and restore that. Take the left arm, reach it up. Take the right arm, reach it up. Now we've got this long, beautiful front body. Rejoice, make this proud. Now take the arms, reach forward, forward, forward. From here, you're gonna take that right arm onto the right thigh and then take the left arm and draw yourself up into side angle. Can you reach a little deeper into that front knee? So just bend it a little more so it feels long. Good. Another breath here. Here we go. Shoulder work. Take the arm, bring it all the way around and back by squeezing the arm and drawing the shoulder. And then do it one more time, all the way up and around, squeezing the arm, drawing the shoulder. And then take that arm, bring it down, bring it down. Pick up the back heel and pause. We're going for that twist again. I'm going to use my block because I like to. You do what you feel right. Right hand is either on the knee and we twist inside and we lift the right arm up to the ceiling. If you want to stay with the arm on the knee, then do so. If you want that knee on the ground, that's totally cool. Okay, stay here for another breath. Exhale and bring the hand back to frame the foot. All right, now from here, you're going to drop the back knee and then take their front knee, draw it back. We're into tabletop. I want you to just take a little pause here. So come into that rest part, the restoration part. So coming into a child's pose, modified, my knees are together, they're not apart. If you're better off with them apart, go for it. You want to just kind of come into puppy dog, that's fine too, on your elbows and forearms. But give yourself a moment to feel the circulation of your breath in and your breath out. Your breath in and your breath out. Nice. And working into a little more strength in the legs on your hands and knees. I'm going to get you to float up onto tabletop. Okay, so just float your body up to tabletop. We're going to do some variations with the legs, and then we're going to take it up. But for now, I just want you to kind of get where we're going with your hands and knees on the ground. I want you to take your right foot, your right knee, and just lift the leg up, almost like you're ready to kick up into the air. Now, when you do that, I want you to try to bring your weight equalized onto both sets of hands. Spread your toes. Okay, now squeeze the bum on the right glute, and you're going to bring that knee in, holding the contraction in the glute, bring it in under the body. Now listen to this. You're going to take that knee and take it to the side, squeezing through the inner thigh, and then around back into that fire hydrant kind of posture. Okay, again, you're going to squeeze the muscles to bring the knee in, and then take it out to the side, and then all the way back in. One more time, knee comes in, extend to the side, squeeze, and then rotate and come back up. Nice, and now bring the knee under, and just go ahead and give yourself cats and cows. Okay, so it's not like we were lifting tons of weight there, okay? We were doing our own body weight. And when you can understand the constitution of your own body, you get that connection to body. And when you do weights, you find that even more deep. Okay, hands front, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the left knee, bring it up. Okay, now think about the core, think about lifting through the core. And keep that contraction there. I'm going to do this 3 times on this side. Knee comes into the core, okay? And then you take it, squeeze to take it out to the side, and then rotate it back to center. Try to stay long in the arms. Knee comes in, goes side, and then back up. One more time. Knee comes in, we go side, and we come back up. Pause here. And then draw your knee back onto the earth. Go ahead and take a few cats and cows. Who would have thought a few rounds of rounding the knee causes so much contraction? Good. Now bring your hips to your heels. I want you to grab the outside of your mat here. Okay. And then just let the head float down. Now try, you're not going to do this, but try to pull your mat away from your knees. Like you're got the side of your mat, but you're trying to pull it away from your knees. Now, when you do this, I want you to really take note of what's happening in the upper back, upper shoulders. Okay, this will be the same contraction that we're after in downward facing dog. So remember the shoulder contraction here. Okay, so I don't even have a lot in my hands here. It's more in the shoulders. Good. Now float yourself up, up, up. Bring your hands back forward. Curl the toes under. Here we go. Hips to heels. And then we're floating up to downward facing dog. And once again, pedal your heels. Give yourself a little reward for getting here. Now think about how your hands felt up through the shoulders when we were holding on in child's pose. I want you to feel the contraction in downward facing dog. Fingertips push down. There's your hands connected. Shoulders drawn towards the spine. There's your shoulders connected. Tailbone lifting up to protect the length of the spine and drawing the thigh bones back using that contraction. Beautiful. Stay here for another breath. Exhale. And then come back down. So that was a pretty long movement with down dog. Okay, just take your hands and give yourself a little love. Turn the palms up, stretching through the wrist there. And then come forward. If you want to give them a little shake, that's fine too. Okay, we're going to do that downward facing dog again. And we're going to move through the 2 movements that we just did. So one for the shoulders, okay, so squeezing through the shoulder blades, and the other one for the legs. So toes curled under, push the hips to the heels, float the body up, come back, downward facing dog. Take the left leg, reach up, 3-legged dog. Stay here, or bend the knee, bring it under the body. There's strength through the shoulders, through the core, and then exhale, bring it back. Using the glute, move the body under, pause, and then draw it back up and out, and then downward facing dog. I'm going to go right to the right side, right leg up, pause, 3-legged dog. And now squeeze the glute, bring it under the body, back out again, and then one more time into the body, and then back out again, and then downward facing dog. Come to your knees, walk your hands up to the top of your mat, slide the body forward, and feel yourself meet the earth flat on your belly. And just turn to one side, maybe your right side, that feels good, or your left side. Okay, and now with the hands free here, so the hands aren't pushing down at all. I'm going to get you just to look forward, so look at the earth. And now using, so nothing, no weight on the hands at all. Using your back body, I want you to draw the shoulders in and use that to lift the chest up. This is your cobra. So not a lot of weight, actually no weight in the hands, but a lot of muscle contraction in the back. We care a lot about this because it keeps our spine safe, agile, balanced, and now float down. If you've ever had any kind of injury, this is often something that's done in physio with back issues. Okay, so we're going to do that again. Look forward. How's the heart rate? Goes boom, 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 doesn't it, with something like this? Hands are pretty free here. You're going to just squeeze the shoulders, squeeze and lift the chest. Find that, point the toes here. Okay, now you're going to stay here. I'm going to get your right leg up and then your left. So this is a pretty intense posture. Option to take the hands, squeeze them behind you and lift even further. This is all back body. Draw breath in. Try not to look up, just look down. Keep the spine line. And slowly release. Bring it all back down. So why do we do that? Well, lots of reasons. You look really good walking away with a strong body, right? Nothing says confidence like posture. That's all there. You never know how strong you are till strong is what you need to be. Let's do that one more time because it was fun. Lift the chest up. Hands are free. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Get them entrenched with your muscles. And then lift up through the legs. Option to take the arms back into kind of like a flying airplane, maybe interlace the fingers and draw the knuckles to the heel. Stay here for a breath. Relax the neck. Don't strain it. One more breath and come all the way back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Curl the toes under. Float back up onto your knees. Walk yourself up into tabletop. With the toes curled under, I'm going to take a stretch through downward facing dog because we just compress the spine. I want to open it up without a lot of movement, but with a lengthening spine. And then just tippy toe your feet up to your hands and hang out in forward fold. Stay here for a few breaths. Let the head, shoulder, even the upper body relax. So lots of work with strength. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. Okay, hands come to the shins, pause here, pick up the tailbone, bend the knees, and then root to rise all the way up. And then bring the hands to heart center. Find your breath and let it meet the middle. And release the hands. And then just kind of swing side to side. Yeah, nicely done. All right, coming into our balance postures. So again, I like to use a block. If you don't like that, that's fine. Sometimes it helps if you have two because you have both hands, so you're there. So we're just going to use our block to kind of maintain our balance, but also recognizing that a lot of this has to do with strength. Okay, so balance is like a lot of strength. So you're just going to come up nice and tall. I want you just to find your arches by lifting and separating your toes. And then feel this force energy up through the legs, the pelvic floor, up through the spine, into and around the shoulders, and let your fingers drip. Okay, so we've got this beautiful zipped up energy, right? Prana. We did that in meditation tonight. So imagine that strength, that energy that's all the way through your body. Now squeeze tightly the right glute, the thigh, like a zipper coming up to you. And then slowly just pick up the left heel, but try to keep as tall through the side body as possible. Now I'm going to bring my hands to my heart center because I'm going to focus now on something in front of me that's not moving. This is kind of our drishti. So some options. You can stay here. There's a lot of strength happening. Option. You can pick up the knee. And just like our foot was floating when we were on our hands and knees, I want you to feel the press of a pedal on that lifted foot. And now take it, bring the knee under the hip, and you're just going to swing it forward. You can stay here, or you can come a little further forward, or you can ask for a little bit of help with your block. But use the glute muscles to squeeze and lift. This is a modified warrior 3. And of course, your options, you can lift and turn them. You can keep them at the heart. You can keep them on your block. Now push into the supporting leg. You're going to lift again. It's going to come all the way around. Keep the squeeze on, and then draw the foot down. And swing side to side. Really good. So a lot of contraction there, right? That's strength. We're going to come to the other side. So coming up into your tall mountain, we work the right, we're going to work the left. So lifting up nice and tall. You got to get that energy coming up through the ground, in through the legs, up through the pelvis, and into the back body, fingertips drip. Squeeze and really hold the left side body. Pick up your right heel. Look at something in front of you. Bring the hands to heart center. Feel that lift through the entire body. Relax the face. And then slowly pick up that right foot. Again, pedal to the metal. The foot is on. Squeeze the muscles to help with the balance. Okay? You can stay here. That's balance. Or you can draw that foot back, still with the pedal down. Lots of options. You can stay here. You can reach down and find your block. Let it be a little support for you. You can bring your arms to either side. Whatever floats your boat. And keep both legs super, super charged. Okay? And then from here, we're rising up, 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 drawing yourself back into balance. And then just let that leg come down, right? And then release. And one thing I really need you to do is rid yourself of, I'm not good enough. That didn't work for me. It worked because you did it. Okay, in whatever way, shape, or form, you did it. So that's a great thing. We're coming onto the ground. Yay, yay, yay. All right. So I'm not going to use my block, but I am going to use it. I like to sometimes just prop it to the lower back, like just like where my butt is meeting. It just helps me lift up through my spine a little bit. So we're going to take the opposite here. So my foot is going to be long, and we're going to take the opposite to stretch. So sometimes we use muscle contraction to stretch other muscles, not just for balance and agility. So we're going to turn the muscles on the front leg so that we can stretch the muscles on the back legs, right? So I'm going to push my heel away again like it's a pedal. And if you put your hand on your thigh, you should be able to feel the contraction there, and then let it go. And then you'll feel it's kind of loosey-goosey, yeah? So let's turn it on, turn on the thigh muscle, push down. We're stretching through the back bust. So fingertips to either side. It's going to help me get a little higher through your crown and bring it forward. Did you know you wore a crown today? And now take the body over and enjoy that. Keep pushing down into both of your sitting bones. There's a tendency to lift that right hip or that hip where the leg is long. Don't do it. Push it down. Use the muscle contraction. Nice. And now walk up the leg. Walk up the leg. We're going to take this arm and we're going to do a little bit of core work again. Take it, drop it. Okay, so just about almost parallel to that front leg. Take the other arm, reach it up, and now you're going to roll onto the knee, open up, and spread the side of your body. You can stay here. You can inject a little core by lifting that leg up. Pause. Beautiful stretching through the contraction on the bottom side. Another breath. Drop the foot if it's lifted, and then allow yourself to float all the way back down. Nicely done. So we squeeze this leg to stretch the back of the leg. When we're in this beautiful rainbow, we squeeze the bottom of our body to stretch the top of our body. Interesting, hey? Wondering what that's like? We'll do it on the other side. All right, so the foot is pushing down like it's on a pedal. And I want you to feel the contraction of your quad, your quadricep muscles. There's 4 of them, so they're going to get tight. Okay, as we push down with the quad, as we tighten even the calf, or not the calf, but the shin, and it happens, the back of the leg stretches, fingertips to either side again, lift up through the torso, draw your heart towards your legs, and now we're coming forward with this. Nice stretch for the back of the leg while we use the muscle contraction at the front of the leg for the strength. Another breath here. Exhale. How's your jaw? Can you release the tension in the jaw? Nice. Now walk up, up, up again. All right, so we're going to turn on this side, the short side of our body, the muscles underneath to stretch the muscles on top. Hand comes down, you go ahead and reach it. You're going to roll up over that knee, okay? And all you're going to do is take the arm up, up, up. Now you can curl the back toe under. That helps with balance. If you'd like to lift the leg up, we're stretching. So I want you to push your foot and your hand as far away as possible. And what's supporting you? The underbelly, right? Keep drawing, squeezing through the underbelly to stretch the side body here. Another breath. Good. Tap the foot down, roll back all the way. Nice, nice, nice. Back onto your buttock. Nicely done. I love that stretch. All right. Now, we're going to come on to, I want to show this to you first, okay? So this is where we're going. We're going to take some time to get there. But we're going to work our inner thighs in a way that, we typically don't do. So the knees will come together. We're going to lift up, and I'm going to work the knee to come out and back in using the inner thighs. Now notice when I do that, if I do it on the ground, my whole leg comes over. So I'm not leaving my foot on the ground. That's going to hurt my knee. I got to bring my whole foot over on the outside of the blade of that foot and then back to center. Okay, so go ahead, lie on your back and bring your feet a little closer to your body. You should be able to feel them. Let's just do a few bridge hip lifts. Just slowly lift and then slowly bring it down. Let's do this 2 or 3 times, stretching the front of the thigh. Maybe tuck your chin in a little bit. And then one more time, lift and lower. All right, now we're going to come to the strengthening part of our inner thigh. So like you're trying to make an imprint of your feet on the mat, lift them up, tuck your chin in. Okay, now roll on the outer blade of the right foot, let your knee follow, push into the left foot, and then try hard to bring the knees back together, slow-mo. Let's do that again. Roll out on the right blade of your foot, let your knee follow, hello inner thigh, and then squeeze the inner thigh to come back to center. One more time. Roll it out. Push into the left foot a lot and then squeeze it back into center. Nice. And now draw the hips back to the ground. Who needs those adductor machines? All right. That is your energy, your body weight, your muscle contraction that brings strength there. Now, windshield wiper your knees a little bit. Maybe your lower back's feeling that. That's okay. And then we're going to come to the other side. So pushing into both feet. I want you to lift the hips up like you're making an imprint on the ground with the feet. Okay, now with the left knee, guide the left outer blade of the foot out. Now squeeze it back in. You got a lot of squeezing to do there. Do that again, 2 more times, all the way out, and then squeeze it back in. Last time, bring it all the way out, and then squeeze it back in, and then draw the hips to the earth. Slide your feet out as wide as your mat, and just bring your knees internally rotated, and then bring your knees out to the right, pause, and then back to center, pause, and then out to the left, Pause, gaining restoration. Yeah. And then all the way back up again. You didn't think that was it, did you? Bring your feet together. We only did it 3 times. We're going to do it 3 more times. Yeah. Yay. All right. Pushing into your feet. Lift your hips off the ground. Knees are together. So bring your knees together. We're going in and out again. Okay. Tuck your chin in. Try not to look in either direction. On the outside of the right foot, so the blade of the right foot, bring it out. Squeeze your inner thigh and your glute. Bring it back in. Bring it out. Squeeze your inner thigh and your glute in. One more time, all the way out. See if you can go a little further. Push into your left foot more, and then squeeze them back in. We're not taking a rest in between. Left knee out, out, out on that left blade of the foot. Push into your right foot. Squeeze it back in. 2 more times. Bring it out, out, out. I guarantee you will feel this. Back in again. Be kind to the knee. Roll to the outside of the foot. Squeeze it all back in. Nice. And then drop your hips down to the earth. Right. Extend the knees out. Now you're going to let the knees drop to the right all the way in a beautiful spinal twist. You can bring your arms to T or to cactus. It doesn't matter. But lift your head and look in the other direction. Feel that kind of emptiness in the belly. And then bring your knees back to center. Settle down. Settle there for a breath. And let your knees float to the other side again without any kind of traction. You really want to just let it go. Lift your head and look in the other direction. And then bring your knees back to center. Now I'm going to get you to bring your knees to your armpits. Just imagine your knees to your armpits. Okay. Keep holding on to your left knee. Take your right hand to your right foot. Okay. If you can't grab your foot, grab the outside of that right thigh. And all you're going to do is extend the leg with the heel and then bring it back in. And then extend it. Hello, hamstring stretch. And then bring it back in. And then extend again. Kind of like half happy baby, good. And then bring it back in. Take your right hand to the outside of your right shin. Take your left hand to your foot, left foot, and then extend and bend. If you can't grab your foot, grab the back of your thigh. Extend and bend. See if you can really kick that heel away. Extend and bend. Good. Take both hands into the knees. Okay, bring the knees to the armpits. And then just lift your feet up to the ceiling. Here's where you can come into happy baby, either grabbing onto your feet or the back of your thighs, and just pause here. And then see what it's like to roll a little bit side to side. Not a lot, but just enough. Just enough to feel that. Relax the shoulders. We've worked them hard. All right, and then bend the knees, bring the heels down to the ground again. And now I want you to extend your legs. Okay, I want to stretch the thighs. I want to stretch the hips a little bit. Bring both heels to the right side of your mat, and then take your left leg ankle, cross it over your right. Take your arms overhead, and then grab onto your left wrist with your right arm and just turn yourself into a banana. This is a lovely stretch. You're just trying to make yourself as C-shaped as possible. See if you can accommodate your shoulder blades on the mat. And then come back to center. Lengthen the arms. We're going to go in the other direction. Take your legs over to the left corner of your mat. Cross your right ankle over your left. switch the grip in your hand. So now your right hand is holding your left hand's holding your right, and then make that kind of C shape on your mat. This is a beautiful side fascial stretch. You could feel it if you're sensing it right from the ankle all the way up through the side of the body, into the armpit, into the elbow area, even into the wrist area, in the pinky area. Good, and then float it all the way back. Right, I'm just gonna bring your arms next to you, beside you, and get into your comfortable place here. We're gonna come into our final relaxation. And as you do so, I'd like you to really kind of connect again to what it takes to relax. It takes full notion that you're able to let it go. Beautiful. If you have something for over your eyes, that's nice too. And with your body in full relaxation, I'd like you to consider what it's like in the head. So imagine your eyeballs just floating in fluid. Imagine your cheekbones soft, relaxed by your cheeks. Consider the separation of your jaw in your mouth. Sense the moisture or dryness in your mouth. Scan your collarbone. Let it be a survey to your shoulders, to your upper arm, to your elbows, to your forearm, and to your wrists, to your hands and your fingers, your fingertips to your fingers. And feel that energy as you imagine a brush stroking back up the arms into the collarbone, all the way up, and spreading the softness in your front body, your chest, your sternum, your rib cage, the muscles intertwining the rib cage, your organs, how the hip remains like a soup bowl, coupling and connecting to your thighs and your knees and your calves and your shins and your ankles and your feet and your toes and the tip of your toes. And from the tip of your toes to your toes, and like a road well traveled, floating back up through the legs into your belly center, your power center. And imagine that light imagine the things that we hold on to that take our strength. What can you unburden so that we can be free to be strong? And for the next few moments, enjoy that continual circle of breath. Enjoy as you will. And feel free to stay where you are. If you'd like to roll to your right side, you're going to remain there for a few more breaths. Be completely on your mat and completely relaxed. And slowly draw attention to your breath again in a deeper way. Let the breath come in deeper, right to the belly. And just give a sigh. Let your next inhalation move through your body so that it stirs. Let your fingers and your toes receive. Your wrists and your ankles find their way through sliding joints. And slowly, if you're on your back, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Hold on tightly. If you're seated, just give yourself a moment to rest. And just slowly float yourself back up to seated. And just bringing your hands, palms facing upwards, thumbs touching the circular motion represents all that we need, the earth above, the sky, connected to our self. From a deep, deep breath in, inhale fully, exhale. And from this light in me, that beautiful, strong light in each of you, namaste. Take care.